Hi, my name is Prosi Nakalinzi. I found the advertising media an interesting topic to talk about more. I found it compelling because of its ability to sell information for mass consumption. I also wondered how earlier civilizations carried out advertising and what their motive was, if they did. Interesting enough, advertising is the biggest incentive for consumers to keep consuming all kinds of produced goods or ideas. In this presentation, I addressed some ideas about advertising media from some of the early civilizations to the present day. Advertising media are the different forums that can be used to promote advertising messages for potential target markets or consumers for the consumption of products or ideas. Today, there's a high level of attention devoted to the media of mass consumption, where television, radio, telephones, magazines, and newspapers are the center of interest all over the world. I think understanding the advertising media historically can help us feel connected to something much bigger that would remind us that we are connected to the past. From outdoor advertising to the internet age, advertising media has been used to persuade and inform consumers. According to an article, outdoor was the earliest form of advertising. It is a means of communication. It was mentioned to have begun in ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, when ideas were carved with information announcing laws, decrees, and warnings. For the Roman government, its laws were known to the public via inscriptions on the tablets, buildings, and monuments, often utilizing animals and objects to catch the eye. Soon it was circulated by the use of placards and gladiator contests and circuses to promote the event. Outdoors was the earliest form of sports advertising. Then in the 1400s, handbills and poster bills started to appear, and 200 years later, the outdoor signs emerged and they took over London streets. Nowadays, outdoor posters cover massive billboards, as well as trains, underground stations, buses, airports, phone boxes, tabletops, public bathrooms, and bath shelters. But the computer and the digital technology had the ability to show moving and still images on any given surface, and ads can be instantly accessed anywhere in the world. Then in the 18th and 19th century, advertisements and newspapers went hand in hand. In Europe, newspapers began to emerge in Germany, England, and France in the 1600s. In 1700, the Boston Newsletter was the first newspaper in the US. Newspapers were the second popular advertising vehicle behind the television. And then there were magazines, and they were launched in the 19th century. Magazines like the Harper's, Illustrated Weekly in the US, and Punch in the UK did not contain advertisements, but they did once they became popular by the end of the 19th century. They were traditionally for the wealthy and well-educated. Nowadays, magazines are created for every possible type of consumer. Surprisingly, radios in the US began in the 1920s and almost immediately started to take advertising. It was the first medium for mass marketing and created a great opportunity for quickly introducing new products and developing brand names. Surprise, followed by television, it was seen as an outgrowth of radio since it used similar technology, but with visual images. Unfortunately, the television's dominancy of the advertising pie was threatened by the introduction of new technology like TiVo that enabled the consumer to save products, to save programs and skip the ads. In this day and age, the internet is the fastest growing medium. The web is well suited for such applications such as online local directory and classified ads, which have been found to be beneficial in profit terms. I think understanding the advertising media historically helps to see the progression of society over time in terms of mass communication and the advancement of technology in support of mass consumption and efficiency. This can also help us become critical about the things we consume to better navigate life in today's age. I would like to conclude with a quote. Modern technology has become a total phenomenon for civilization, the defining force of a new social order in which efficiency is no longer an option, but a necessity imposed on all human activity. Thank you.